Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Ritual, which is on Netflix right now, and it's directed by David Bruckner, and I have some mixed feelings on it. I just watched this movie on Netflix, and I enjoyed it overall, but I have some things I want to talk about. And the parts about it that work is anything that does not involve the script. I think visually it looks great. I think that the location that they use, even though it's not really a location, an actual setting. Sorry, it's just a group of characters walking through the woods. I think what they do is really good, and they use that environment to make it kind of creepy, and you really feel the tension of the situation because you have four characters who are just cutting through the woods to, because it's a shortcut. And this movie does feel as though it's kind of inspired by movies like The Blair Witch Project or literally anything that takes place in the woods now that I think about it. But the main movie that I think about when it comes to comparing this movie to something else is The Blair Witch Project. Taking place in the woods, have characters get lost in the woods. But in this movie, our characters have flashlights, and instead of cameras, they have a compass, so they know where they're going. And there are good things about it. I think there are scenes that are creepy, and the first half hour of this movie is really good. I would say great, even. It has a very strong opening, and it's able to keep being strong for a decent amount of time. There are some jokes in it that are pretty funny, and once you get into the woods, that's when it kind of starts falling down, 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 sinking like a ship down, and it just gets kind of worse as it goes along, and mainly because the characters that we're stuck with are kind of unlikable, and I really did not like our main group of characters. I mean, some characters are more unlikable than others, and some of them, like two of those characters, actually have elements that I like, but they're just I just don't like watching these characters interact with each other. It's just really, really frustrating to watch because they say some things to each other that makes me question why they're even friends. Another criticism that I have for this movie is that it does get kind of repetitive because once you get past the first 30 minutes, you know exactly where it's going to go, and it just repeats itself over and over and over. And I get that they're trying to keep it simple with a very simple premise. Characters who get lost in the woods and get attacked by something that they don't know. I like that idea. However, the way it's executed just feels really repetitive, and there's jump scares in it that I don't think are very effective. Some of them do work, but most of them, no. Once we get around to the last half hour of the movie, that's when it kind of turns into a completely different movie, and it's no longer just taking place in the woods. It just feels like I'm watching a completely different movie, like The Witch or something. It felt really weird. I can't really say too much else about this movie because if I were to say much else about it, that would be spoiling the movie. So it has a nice presentation to it, but unfortunately the writing for this movie drags this movie down a lot for me. And it just gets worse as it goes along, as I said. And it never gets awful or unwatchable, but it needed something else. It needed a much better script than what we got. So I'm going to give The Ritual a 5 out of 10. It's not terrible. It was better than I was expecting, but unfortunately, I just feel as though it was a big missed opportunity. And I felt that this movie really could have been something special and really great. So those are my thoughts on The Ritual. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of The Ritual down below. And my social media links will be in the description down below, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation. And I'll see you when I get my next review up. And that's going to be for American Psycho, because I haven't seen it in a while. And I would very much like to talk about it. But until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.